Great Saturday evening, the second one of the new year. Hopefully, you had a day of enjoyment and productivity. And we are in the next chapter of Genesis 48. There are only 50 of them in this book, so Lord willing, by tomorrow evening, we will be at the end and going into a new entry or exit. Yeah, Exodus for Monday morning. But the Lord knows all of our days and nights. But in Genesis 48, I'm going to pass it to you because, like I said, I get carried away. Okay, well, hey, I'm going to go ahead. And this is the chapter where Jacob is sick. And I can remember when my mom called me in the middle of the night. And this is the worst call that a child can receive. And she was calm, and she was like, Michelle, it was like 1 o'clock in the morning, and she said, your father needs you. And I was like, oh, my heart sunk. I was, half awake, and I went to the hospital, and yeah, that's when that whole tragic situation happened, the aftermath. Well, this is the case with Jacob and Joseph, and it opens up saying that Jacob was able to muster up enough strength to sit up to see his son and his grandsons. And then, because he knew that he was closing out his life, he called for his grandsons to be prayed over by him. And I can remember, I don't know if you remember, your paternal grandfather used to do this a lot. And I think I have a picture of you because he loved to lay hands on your head. Did you remember that? When you were younger, he would say, come here, grandbaby. And he was so loving, so affectionate, Pastor Arrington, and he would grab your head. And it seemed like he was always blessing you. You don't remember that? Oh, well, I do. Well, that's what Jacob did. But there was an issue because, back then the firstborn was very important. Manasseh was the firstborn of Joseph, and Ephraim was the second, the youngest son. Well, you had to have the right hands on the older son, the right hand on the first son, and then the other hand on the second or the youngest. Well, his hands were crossed. And Joseph was like, no, you had the wrong hands. But Jacob was like, I know what I'm doing, okay? I'm the grandfather. And he pretty much went back to, and I didn't mention this, but he went back to when he had a dream. And one night he was, I believe, in Beersheba, and he fell asleep, Jacob did. And that's when the Lord showed him the ladder climbing up to heaven. And there used to be a song called We Are Climbing Up Jacob's Ladder. Did you all ever sing that at your church? Oh, you're missing out on some good stories and good songs. I'm going to teach you that later on. But the point is that the Lord revealed himself to Jacob, just like he will reveal himself to the children, the descendants, the grandchildren. The Lord does not only want the great-grandparents to have a monopoly, right? His great-grandparent, Abraham, Isaac, and then Jacob, and then Joseph, and then Ephraim and Manasseh. No, the Lord wants to bless to the children following. So that was good. It says, God hath given me this place. And he said, bring them, I pray thee, unto me, and I will bless them. So you might not have natural children, but wherever you are, you want to be able to bless those around you. And it says, God, which fed me all my life. That's in verse 15. And he, like I said, went back to his ancestors. The Lord would do the same for us, because we can recall the faithfulness of the Lord. And then as we go ahead this year, we know that the Lord is going to lead and guide. What do you got to say about that?
I liked how Jacob didn't do the norm. And it's not always the people you expect that are going to do great things. Sometimes you have to pay careful attention to the ones who you don't expect, because if you don't pay attention to them, they often will be the ones who cause the most destruction. So It's good to give careful attention to everyone, especially the ones who already have the odds stacked against them.
Right. And a lot of times, inadvertently, those children are feeling a sense of rejection. And we want to remember that God has made everybody with purpose. And the Lord will establish our purpose even for 2021 if we consult with Him. And in Proverbs 2, when wisdom enters into our heart and knowledge is pleasant unto our soul, discretion, wise judgment will preserve us. Discretion will be our safeguard, and knowledge will be with us, and understanding will keep us. So, hey, we have some great things as we look back, honor those, but we know that great things are in store for this year. Have a wonderful evening.
Good night.